Chismosas, did anybody else see the interview that Cristina did for Karol G talking about Tropicoqueta? Because I was super hyped for this. And obviously, as a 90s baby, I saw that Cristina was coming out of retirement and I ran so quickly to see when I can see it, where I could see it, that I left a puff of smoke behind me. Now, the interview wasn't too crazy, nothing too out of this world, but of course, Cristina started the interview by asking Karol G, hey, you know, I really appreciate it, but why did you want me so desperately? And I want you guys to see what she answered.
Primero que estoy curiosa de saber es por qué yo. Yo sé que este nuevo disco tuyo todo de nostalgia, pero quiero saber por qué ustedes me llamaron tanto para sacarme de mi casa. Yo voy a estar tan tranquila.
Y un montón, porque en realidad yo tengo que ser honesta que producir, realizar, ejecutar este álbum ha sido un sueño para mí. O sea, incluso entregárselo a la gente para que la gente lo escuche es difícil porque creo que desarrollé una relación muy personal con él. Y hablaba con el equipo y yo decía, por favor, tengo un sueño muy especial. Crecí viendo tus entrevistas. Fueron una ventana grandísima para muchos artistas latinos en el mundo.
Muchas gracias.
No, gracias a ti, porque en realidad tus entrevistas, tengo que ser honesta, infinitas que vi, hombres y mujeres. Me enamoré de muchos artistas por medio de tus entrevistas. Creo que tus entrevistas le daban la oportunidad a la gente, a los artistas, de expresarse de muchas cosas. Y de cierta forma, simplemente, durante todos estos años, la vida me ha demostrado que muchas cosas pueden ser realidad.
Now, I know my chismosas are going to want a translation, so let's get right into it. So she's asking, why me? Like, why did you decide that you needed to do this interview with me? Like, why was your team blowing me up so much? And Karol G was like, yeah, we did blow you up a lot because this album was something that was very close to me. It became very personal. It was really hard for me to let go of the album and release it because it became so personal to me. And she says when she went to the table with her team and they were talking about how they were going to promote it and everything, her name popped up and she was like, that would be a huge dream come true for me to have Cristina interview me. Because if you don't know anything about Cristina, she was interviewing people. She had her own show for, I want to say, decades. And it didn't end until 2010 when it kind of abruptly came to an end 2 years before she was supposed to retire. And Univision said, yo, you need to get out of here. So Karol G was like, you know what? I needed you back. I needed you to do this whole interview with me because you opened up so many windows for so many different artists and you gave them a chance to talk and gave them a voice and you were essentially pivotal for so many huge artists that are around today. And you can see in the clip that I put that there's some artists that are ginormous now that had their start in Cristina, like Marc Anthony, J-Lo, and so many others. And it's so funny, there's a part in the interview where she's talking about how she thinks that Karol G is going to be even bigger and she's going to make it huge in Hollywood and about her singing. And she makes kind of a side swipe of a joke where she was like, there's been many artists that have come on my show that they say they can sing and they can't sing and you can sing. And I immediately thought of how she interviewed J-Lo multiple times and I was like, awkward. But anyways, I loved every minute of this interview. It was super nostalgic and I'm very curious to know if anybody else watched it and what you guys thought. So let me know down below in the comments and don't forget to like and follow for more gossip, chisme, and all things tea.